They jump over this section of the fence just about every shift, 365 days a year, year after year after year after year. And we have people sitting here watching the fence non-stop every day of every shift. This is a new section of the fence. Next to it is an old section. The old section gets cut up pretty bad. Anywhere there's concrete at the bottom, that's where they've dug under. They push a lot of traffic across the fence.
647, if you're up at the camera pole there, you need to go left. No, I lost you.
10-4. They went northbound, didn't they? I say we just get out on foot and search the area. Following the ridge west or east? East. 10-4. They're probably laid up down here somewhere. 10-4. I have a visual. They're TBS in the 412 cut. Alto, quédate ahí, quédate ahí, hombre. Manos en la nuca. Vete para allá. Tú también, manos en la nuca. Súbete ahí. Caminan ahí. Ok, síganme a mí. Vamos a caminar hasta allá. Mira, el primero que corra, vamos a seguirlo, ¿ok? We're so close to the fence. We got a lot of people coming through here. And you know, this is a trail straight up on the ridge. You got a trail down low, you got a trail dropping down. Tons and tons of trails going every which way.
Right now, I mean, as much as we have view of this whole area, you can't really see the border from here, and it's still further south from where those mountains end. And Phoenix, nowhere near. A lot of people believe that they're going to walk one day, one night, and they'll be in Phoenix. Or, you know, even 2 days, they can walk to Phoenix. But as far as you can see, the harsh terrain is not very forgiving.
My name is Carl Tucker. I'm with Humane Borders. I'm out in the desert near Aravaca. I have a migrant that's beside the road here. Evidently he's been drinking a bunch of bad water and he needs to be picked up. Okay, thank you, bye. This far in, we're 2 days walking. By the time they get here, they're 2 days walking. And when they get this far, and you find them beside the road, and they're not able to go forward, they get left behind by the group that they're with, and then it's likely that they'll die. Looking a little better now that I've got some water in him, but he drank some really bad water.
¿Solos, sin amigos?
Sí, son amigos.
¿Dónde están los otros?
Se me perdieron hace 4 días.
4 días. Bueno, ¿qué traes acá?
Nada más agua que me dieron ellos.
¿Tiene cuchillos, navajas,
No.
armas?
No,
Nada,
no
¿puede
peleamos.
abrirla?
Operation Gatekeeper was that 1995 change of policy in terms of immigration to shut down the border, and the end result of that was they funneled all the migrants, about 1,600 a day, right up through some of the roughest country.
Me llamo Marcos Hernández. Yo tuve que cruzar también por el desierto para poder llegar aquí. Yo vine aquí a Estados Unidos para encontrar a mi papá. Me tocó cruzar las fronteras por el desierto de Arizona. El día que él salió, ella me dijo, Marcos, tienes que cuidar a tu familia. Ya fueron las últimas palabras que escuché de él. Subió al colectivo y se fue. La noche anterior de cruzar la frontera, sí lo pensé en miedo. Pero al pensar en buscar a un papá, me dio mucho valor. Siempre fue la cabeza de la familia. De cualquier manera, siempre estuvo enfrente de nosotros.
Vale. ¿Quién? ¿Yo? Vamos a orar. Señor, en el nombre de Jesús, en esta hora, Padre, te damos la gloria y la honra.
Tengo un hermano que se llama Gustavo
En esta hora, Padre,
y tiene un problema con riñones, con los 2 riñones,
dándote gracias, Padre, por
que se los detectaron malos y ya era un problema de vida o de muerte. El dinero que mi papá había ahorrado por tiempos No fue el suficiente pagando los doctores y los medicamentos que necesitaba. Mi papá decidió venirse para acá, para Estados Unidos, y trabajar aquí para poder mandar dinero para allá, para México. 15 días después nosotros tuvimos que llamar a la persona que lo trajo, que era el coyote, y simplemente nos dijo que mi papá se había quedado en el desierto, que no había logrado cruzar. Jamás volvimos a tener una respuesta de esto. Este es el mapa de Arizona. Y supuestamente mi papá de la frontera de México, que es esta parte. Y ese es el punto, este que está aquí, donde dejaron a mi papá.
I got a small group that definitely loaded out up here by one of these abandoned trailers. There's definitely a guy with about dime-sized circles throughout the shoe, almost like a suction cup. I think there's a PA boot in here, but it's not standing out really strong. There's definitely one that looks like a small waffle pattern, little squares. Let me see if it starts looking any better here. Make a determination from there.
10-4.
Yeah, I just jumped the group. Saw one visually, trying to figure out if the others are still in the brush. We got any air up?
10-4.
Over here. Hey! Let him come over here. Vente! Vente! Está bien, despacio. Se me bajan de las patas. Ponete un poquito, ¿ok?
Ahí en el carro.
stuff this other group over to Raleigh here.
You want to grab that dressing there? Open it.
If they wouldn't have been caught, you see how hot it is today? 107, 108 degrees. Had they stayed out there another few more hours, who knows what would have happened. Yeah, especially if they would have kept walking. If they would have stayed in the shade, they might have had a chance to make it till nightfall and start walking then. But even then, it's 80 or 90 degrees at night.
They were hurting. No water, major blisters, dehydration. They weren't even sweating anymore. So in conditions like this, they would have died. They definitely would have died.
Inches, 89 pounds with 2 bags.
The decomposed, unclad body is received within a sealed white body bag, period. Within a sealed white body bag, period. Outside the body bag, within a brown paper bag labeled Gila River PD, John Doe, is a tattered navy blue t-shirt, partially covered with dirt and dried plant material, period. We were about 60 miles north of the United States-Mexico border, and over the years we've been dealing with the increased number of migrant deaths. Most of them die from heat stroke. The sun keeps beating down on you. Your body temperature continues to rise until you suffer the consequences. The right hand is detached along with the right radius. Period. There are multiple folds of the chest and abdominal skin. Period. The ears are roughly symmetrical. In the 90s, the number of suspected border crosser bodies generally less than 20 or so. And then starting in the year 2000, we had about 65, 66, and that went up 2001 a little bit. Then 2002, we were close to 150, 2003 over 250. And then this year, we're currently a little ahead of last year. There's no peripheral edema, period, identifying scars, marks, tattoos. The bite is that of a young man appearing in his 20s, period. We do a full autopsy on everybody that passes away that we suspect is a border crosser. We believe that it's important to treat people equally and to treat them just as we would a United States citizen. We have maybe a few shots to get the most accurate cause of death, get these people identified, and get them back to their families. This man died of undetermined cause, period. We can't do anything for the dead. All we can do is help the living.
Yo también ya había decidido yo venirme desde que supimos de que mi papá lo habían abandonado ahí en el desierto. Antes de venirme para Estados Unidos, pude hablar por teléfono con la misma persona que trajo a mi papá y tuve la oportunidad de grabarlo. Y lo guardé en un celular. Es tal vez esta grabación, que es la que tengo. Simplemente lo dejaron ahí y ya. No le importaba la vida de mi papá o de alguien. Él quiso ganar dinero. Mi papá pagó $2,500 por cruzar. Los gringos. Ellos están cerrando los lugares de fronteras, los pasos. Las están protegiendo más. Están poniendo muros y están haciendo que la gente ahora vaya a caminar. Si antes caminaba solamente 2 días, están haciendo que la gente esté caminando tal vez 4 días, 5 días. A veces hasta más.
Ajá. Si no se encuentra en lo que es los registros, en alguna prisión, eso es lo último que checo. Sí, ajá. No, todavía no.
Consulado de México, buenos días, ¿la tiene Jerónimo? ¿Estás ahorita en tu computadora? Bueno, cuando tú lo dejaste, ¿cuánto tiempo caminaste? Ajá. Pues yo creo que caminarías unas que 15 cuadras, 20.
he went to that area.
¿En qué estado lo dejaste cuando tú lo dejaste? Ya no respiraba. Ya tenía espuma escurriendo sobre la boca.
Okay.
Right now, Jerónimo is talking with the guy who was traveling with his dad, and we're trying to get as much information as we can, so we'll to try to do like a map, and let's see if Forster can go and look for the body.
Ok, mira otra vez el mapa con calma, tómate el tiempo que necesites para darle un poquito más de precisión y ayudar un poquito más a los agentes de la patrulla fronteriza.
We're talking from the border to this road right here. We're talking about but the closest about 21 miles. That's pretty close to a full marathon that, you know, not many people are going to actually want to do in the middle of the summer. You know, they think that they're going to make it with 1 gallon of water or maybe 2 gallons of water in this 4-day journey in the middle of the heat. No, it's not going to happen.
Negative 119.
Got it right there. Mike, I'm no canine, but I caught a drift of something. Yeah, I got a skull. I got a leg and a skull.
Okay, coordinates are as follows. North 3-1 degrees 5-8 by west 111 degrees 2-4 decimal. How copy?
Copy, good.
Your other body, check the zipper on you.
I say we put them in the bag.
Okay.
Let OME take a look at it.
That's fine.
Way small. You know?
Yeah.
These are the bones of a mother and her 13-year-old daughter. 12-year-old or 13-year-old daughter. And she probably died just a week or less before her 13th birthday. But we don't exactly know the date of death. We just know the date she crossed. From the post-mortem events, we know that one of them died first, and then the other one walked for some distance, and then she died. You have to wonder, you know, what was the dynamic? What was going on? Did they stay behind? Were they left behind?
Señor Jerónimo García. Pues es que ya le hicimos el intento 4 veces. Pero, pues te digo, el caso está abierto todavía, no es de que no encontramos nada y se cerró el caso, no. Y pues nuestros agentes, pues todos que están patrullando, pues están al tanto de que si se encuentran algo por ahí, reportarlo inmediatamente.
Ok, muy bien. Ándale pues. Hasta luego. Bye.
Yo no pienso que él murió porque yo conozco a mi papá y sé que mi papá es muy fuerte. Y mi papá es muy fuerte y él tenía la ilusión de ver a su hijo bien. Y sé que él no puede morir así nada más. Él estaba viniendo por una causa que era su hijo, darle la vida a su hijo. Y sé que donde quiera que está él lo sigue pensando y sé que lo va a hacer. Él no puede estar muerto, él no murió. Él está en algún lugar, pero no sabemos cómo encontrarlo.
You have 10 new messages. Message 1 was received at 12:30 p.m.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Marcos Hernández. Quería ver si me podían ayudar a tratar de encontrar a mi papá. Mi padre intentó cruzar por el desierto de Arizona. Había quedado aquí en la frontera de Estados Unidos. Si me quieren regresar la llamada, por favor.
Message 2 was received at 10 a.m.
Mi nombre es Emilio Méndez. Yo soy el hermano de Alicia Méndez que está perdido. Yo estoy llamando para darle información. Gracias.
Derechos Humanos is pretty well known in the community, and so when something happens, a lot of them call us, even though we can't help them or we don't even do what they need. They call us to find out where to go, and so a lot of our job is figuring out where to send people. So, you know, when you have built up a reputation or are known that way in the community, I think it's your responsibility to respond accordingly. We get phone calls almost every single day. Depending on the case, I do missing people mostly. And I have cases that are old. I have cases from, 2007, 2006. We don't say bodies anymore. We can only say this is what's been recovered. Let me show you something. The first year I was here, there were 136 recovered human remains. And the next year I was here was 163. And then 205. And we had never seen a number like that, ever. Lucrecia is a story a lot of people have heard. She was 35 years old. She was crossing with her son and daughter. She died and her father came to look for her. In the process, he found like 4 other bodies, 4 other remains that were there. And then he finally found her. He found his daughter. Jocelyn, she was 14 years old, crossing with her 10-year-old brother. And she was determined, you know, big sister had to get her brother there. She took care of him and she didn't make it. Some friends found her and so I called her uncle. He sort of like breathed. He just went, and it was the saddest thing. It was like I heard hope just like breathed out of him. We don't even know how big this crisis is. We have no idea how many remains are out there. And that means that somebody will never ever know what happened to their mother, father, brother, daughter, son. Hi, Agent Kiernan. This is Kat from the Derechos Humanos. Is Agent Kirby around? Hey, Kirby, it's Kat. How's it going? Good. I have a case for you that I got on Friday. He's a Mexican national. Yes, the last date he was seen alive was on the 23rd, but they were entering on the 21st. So this is what I actually got in contact with the guy who was in the group. On the 21st, they started walking at night, and they were taken in a van to the border. And they walked until 5 a.m. the next morning. And I asked him if they took any breaks. And he said they took about 7 or 8 15-minute breaks, he would say. So it's like 2 hours. From what I can gather, because they actually mentioned Amado, they crossed on the Buenos Aires side. So I know it's not much, but do you know if anybody was picked up or any remains in that area that were? That's fine. I have some more cases I'm going to work on, so I'll probably be in touch with you either today or tomorrow. If you're gone, it'll probably just be tomorrow. Okay, thank you. All right, bye. People are dying, and that should be enough to change things, but it's not. Politics won't let that happen, and I just don't understand that. I rage against that, and I really don't understand that. This right here is called the Sasabe Corridor. The New York Times estimates that 52% of people coming into the country from Mexico are coming in through Arizona. It's also where the majority of apprehensions are taking place and where the majority of remains are being recovered. Basically, it's where most people are dying. The strategy for controlling the border that the U.S. government implemented in the mid-1990s was to seal down the traditional crossing points, the urban places where people are always crossing, right? Like the hole in the fence where everybody always went through. And this is in El Paso and also in San Diego, Tijuana, right? So they figured that by sealing down the traditional crossing points, they would shift traffic into the more isolated, desolate terrain, right? So they did this with 3 objectives. Number 1, they reasoned that it'd be more difficult for people to cross. Number 2, they rationalized that it would be easier for us to catch them. And number 3, which is the most horrifying one, is that they reasoned that some people would die and that their deaths would deter other people from coming. So our government actually factored death into its strategy to control the border. We planned for people to die, or we at least knew that they would die and planned for those deaths to serve a purpose.
Thank you for calling the office of the Pima County Medical Examiner. Our regular business hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you are calling to report a death, please page the on-call investigator. For all other business, please leave a voice message. Thank you.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Marcos Hernández. Quería ver si me podían ayudar a tratar de encontrar a mi papá.
Él nos dijo que nos iba a llamar, pero cuando estuviera ya de este lado de Estados Unidos. Pero nunca recibimos la llamada de él. El día que él salió llevaba puesto un pantalón de mezclilla y traía como una camisola también como de mezclilla, en color azul también. Mi mamá le cosió a él una identificación.
That would confirm, that would be a good way to corroborate.
There's no blue aquamarine.
Black with red.
Yo tengo un mapa que es la persona que traía a mi papá y tiene un punto donde él asegura dónde haber dejado a mi papá.
See, this is wrong. The line is here, but 86 runs that way.
Right, okay.
They crossed in Sonorita. They walked 2 hours, rested until it got dark, about 4 hours. They rested all afternoon until about 4, that would be Friday. Walked for 4 hours, rested an hour.
Okay.
Continued walking north for another hour, then he got sick.
Last seen alive, May 20th. There's 2 possibilities.
Ningún teléfono, ningún nombre.
Los dientes.
Entonces 2 estrellas and then the 2 que están completos así con oro. No más esos. No, es un trabajo de los 70. Estos trabajos hay en Guatemala. Y lo de abajo también, mira. ¿Lo viste? Sí, déjame le tomo otra foto. Take another picture.
This photo is pretty good. It's a clear photo, and you can see that he has no gold, silver, or missing anteriors, and anteriors are all your front teeth, so I would rule that out dentally.
Dientes sanos, ¿no?
No tienen los encimados del lado de derecho. Los puntiagudos.
Son verdad, sí.
Sí. Y son de él todos.
¿Trae ropa, va? Sí, tiene ropa. Yo no sé si está negro o es azul.
Esto será parte del pantalón, ¿no?
Sí,
está
¿verdad?
medio.
Está duro aquí, ¿no?
Sí.
Sí, tienen cosas.
Tiene cosas ahí.
Some hundreds.
Se encontró una credencial para votar.
Ok, muchas gracias. Que lo vea bien. Bye.
Nunca se supo ninguna noticia de él. Nunca tuvieron ninguna seña de él. Al tener la duda me hace no aceptar una muerte porque yo no he visto el cadáver. No puedo a veces terminar de decirle todas las cosas que siento por él. De lo orgulloso que me siento tal vez de haber tenido un padre como él y de a veces de pedirle disculpas por todas las cosas malas que hice, por el mal comportamiento que tuve, por haberle causado tantos disgustos. Creo que tal vez ese es el dolor que tal vez no puede olvidar, no puede pasar. Los momentos cuando estuvimos juntos llegué a decirle muchas veces que lo quería, que lo amaba. Y llegué a decirle muchas cosas de las cuales pienso de él, pero creo que aún tengo muchísimas cosas que tengo que decirle. Creo que aún tengo mucho más cosas que tengo que decirle. Y no las puedo sacar.
No es fácil pues perder un familiar en el desierto, ¿verdad? Porque prácticamente ese familiar o es papá, es padre de familia, mamá, hermano, hijo, nieto. Y pues prácticamente por un sueño americano pues pueden dejar todo varado en el desierto.
The largely skeletonized remains found in a desert area are received within a white body bag. Let me get a picture of these bags. That's good. Keep wondering when it's if it's going to stop, and when it will, or if it will, or slow down. And it can't keep going like this. But I've learned that I've been wrong quite a bit, thinking that we've reached the zenith and that things would change. But yeah, obviously this year has been one of the busiest years ever. Just keeps on happening. The work that we do to try to get people identified, it's not going to stop the problem, but it's a partial solution, at least to get the deceased back to their loved ones. So that will continue.
What's on the other copy? Anything? No miré nada. Sí, muy buenas tardes. Y mi motivo de la llamada es la siguiente. Estamos trabajando, ahorita estoy con el médico forense. Estamos trabajando en un caso de una mujer, ¿verdad? Que se encontró sin vida. Pues cada caso pues nos hace pensar, nos hace, y pues entendemos la angustia. Es una familia totalmente muy humilde, ¿no? Al menos yo pues me imagino lo que es pues, la pobreza, pero no es lo mismo uno imaginársela pues, que vivirla, ¿no?
The United States is asking for this labor force.
Obviously, she's a very small woman.
These migrants, most of whom are undocumented, do the kind of jobs here in the United States that benefit you and I and every other U.S. citizen. We have to ask ourselves, do we have some responsibility in these deaths?
With the inside refrigeration unit, the outside refrigeration unit, we've got over 300 individuals here now, deceased individuals, and approximately 250 of those people are border crossers. And those are only the people that were discovered. Who knows how many other people are out there. It's time for that to stop. It's way beyond the time for it to stop.
Thank you all for coming. As you can see in front of us, these are the crosses of the last 9 years. Now we're going to read the names so that the 206 remains that were recovered this year will join all of the others from the previous years.
Luis Carlos García Pacheco.
Presente.
Desconocido.
Presente.
Desconocida.
Presente.
Desconocida.
Presente.
Juana Rosmir Hernández Flores.
Presente.
Desconocido.
Presente.
Ángela Luis Santos.
Presente.
Alberto Ávila Sánchez.
Presente.
Fabiola Hernández Huerta.
Presente.
Desconocido.
Presente.
Desconocido.
Presente.
Desconocido.
Presente.
Juan Manuel Martínez Pérez.
Presente.
Felila Ruiz Medina.
Presente.
Desconocido.
Presente.
Desconocida.
Presente.
Julio César de León.
Presente.
Desconocido.
Presente. Presente. Presente.
Dadle, Señor, el eterno descanso y sigue para él la luz perpetua, descanse en paz, así sea. Padre nuestro que estás en el